Hey, this is Small Biz Doc. I just want to tell you guys I'm going to be releasing a video. Actually, we're going to talk about it in just a minute. How I turned $50,000 into $1,000 per month passive income. Now, passive income means that's money coming in and I don't have to do anything for it. So pretty straightforward. So I took $50,000 and I turned that into $1,000 per month, actually $1,100 per month of passive income. I'm going to share with you guys how I did that. It's through real estate investments. So, I always say that if I can do it, you can do it too. So that's what we're going to be talking about next. Turning $50,000 into $1,000 passive income. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So we're going to be talking about that next. Coming right up. Stay with me. Hey, this is Small Biz Doc. Thanks you for coming to the channel. Before we get any further, I want you guys to like and subscribe. Smash that like button and subscribe. And you can be abreast of all of the great content that we have coming up. So, without further ado, let me talk to you about what I was going to talk to you about today. I've been away for a little bit, and I've been working on this rehab project that I did. So many of you know that I talk about real estate and I talk about business ownership and entrepreneurship and things like that. So recently I purchased a rental property. I purchased this rental property for about $50,000 and I've been rehabbing it. It took me about maybe 2-3 months to rehab everything. So it's coming up to a close now. So now the property will be a rental property. About $50,000, the price of a good used car. That's turning this rental property into passive income for me for $1,000 per month. Passive income. That means I don't have to do anything. Every month that $1,000 will be deposited into my bank account. So that's a pretty good return on my investment, if you ask me. So I'm going to share with how I went about purchasing this rental property, how I went about creating this passive income of $1,000 per month, and the whole process and how I've rehabbed this property. And I'm going to show you videos of the before and after product so that you can get an idea of the scope of everything that I had to do. So it's amazing. So about the price of a car, just think about that. For the price of a car, you could spend $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 on a car. That's what a good used car will cost, or after everything's said and done. And that's a depreciating asset. And you could have a rental property, if you can find one, that's going to create passive income for you for up to $1,000 per month, depending on the property. Now, when I went looking for this property, I was looking for a property that I could use as a rental property. I was looking for a brand new home. I wasn't looking for a $100,000 home or a $150,000 home. I wanted something that would be a small investment with a big return. And I've been planning this for a while. Many of you know that I have the Italian Ice Company, that I have the Philly Cheesesteak Company, and that I do small business consulting on the side. So I have about maybe several different streams of income that I have coming into. So this most recent endeavor was my first endeavor onto real estate, and definitely not my last. I'm hooked on this. And they say they have the BRRRR method: buy, refinance, and repeat. That's my goal. So the money that I had accumulated from the Philly cheesesteak business and from the Italian ice business and doing the small business consulting, I've been setting that money aside because of COVID and everything like that. So I hadn't taken any vacations. I talked in some previous videos about delayed gratification, how you need to delay your gratification in order to create wealth, in order to create income coming in. So what I did was, with that money, was I set it aside. And then, towards the end of the year, my goal was to purchase a rental property prior to the end of the year for tax purposes as well. So that way I can write off everything before the end of the year for 2020. So I found this property. They were asking $65,000 for this particular property. Property was, it wasn't the nicest property. But you know, for the property, the walls were good when I got inside, the electric was good, the plumbing was good. So all those main foundational things were good. Now I did need some TLC, a little bit of cosmetic restructuring and things like that. But to me, that's like a small price to pay. It's nothing major. So they were asking for $65,000 for this particular property. I made them an offer of $55,000 and they took it. And I was like, glad, you know. So, you know, we went through the process, we went through closing and everything like that. And so I purchased the house, I believe on the last day of the year. It was cutting it close on the last day of the year for 2020. So 2021, we got all that bad weather and everything like that, and these things delayed my reconstruction efforts and my rehab efforts. So it's been it took a little bit longer than I wanted to, but the house is finally getting finished, and it's going to be renting for $1,100 per month passive income. So that's going to be profiting me probably about $600 a month after everything's said and done, after mortgage, insurance, and everything else is paid. I'll probably be making $550 to $600 per month. And that's a really good return on my investment. As I always say, I want to show you guys how I did it so that you guys can do the same thing. So I've been in the process of rehabbing the property. I put new wood floors down. I repainted the thing. I added a deck, having a fence put up around the property, had the whole property painted and restructured. So it's mostly cosmetic work, which was a good thing. So, you know, I didn't have to put a lot of money into it for anything major, you know, like any electricity work, any foundational work, or any plumbing or anything like that. So without further ado, I want to show you guys the property before, and then I'm gonna show you guys the property afterwards, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do a recap and maybe go into a little bit more detail about purchasing your first rental property. So let's take a look at the property before, and then let's take a look at the property after. That way you can see all of the changes that I made. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, so as you saw from the video that real estate investment can be done and can be profitable, and it doesn't take a lot of money to get started. So I want to give you 3 takeaways from my experience. The first one is wealth and success are a mentality. You have to believe and see what you want before you ever achieve anything. Before you ever lay your hands to any work to do, you have to know in your mind that it's going to be done, that you're called to do it, and that you're going to be successful at it. Now, that doesn't mean there's not going to be any ups and downs. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be any challenges or anything like that. But that's going to be your fire that keeps you moving, keeps you going, keeps you striving for your success. So 1, you have to have that mentality. How do you get that mentality? You have to train your mind. You have to eat, read, sleep, success, and motivation. Those are things that you have to do. If you're interested in real estate, you follow those people who are successfully doing it and those people who have created wealth from it. And that goes for any trade or any ambitions that you have. Okay, the second thing is you have to make a plan. If you don't make a plan for what you want to do, then you're going to be losing a lot of resources. So say if you have $10,000 and you want to start a business. If you don't make a plan or come up with a business plan to invest that money, to make that money work for you, you're going to be putting your money all over the place. And before you know it, your money is going to be gone and your business is not going to be started. So that's the second thing. Make a plan, stick to it, do your research. Okay. And the third thing is jump in there and do it. Sometimes we always wait for that perfect timing. There is no perfect timing. Okay, there is no perfect timing to start your business and to create your wealth and to let your dreams and visions begin to come to pass. You have to jump in there and do it. What does that mean? That means to start researching what you want to do. Start following people who are doing successful things that you want to do. Start hanging with people who have already accomplished that which you want to accomplish. And that's the thing. You jump in there and do it. When you have all of those things in place, then when you actually begin to implement your business, implement your wealth creation ideas and ideologies, then it'll make it that much easier, okay? It'll make it that much easier. So that's the 3 things, the 3 takeaways. 1, you have to have a success for wealth and mentality. You have to have a mentality for wealth and success. 2, make a plan. 3, just jump in there and do it and get started. So this is Small Biz Doc. I hope that this helped you. I'm going to be coming out with some more information and some step-by-step things in order to acquire your first rental property like I did. And hopefully you can get started in letting your dreams and making your dreams come true. So this is Small Biz Doc signing out. Hope you enjoyed this information. I hope it was very informational and beneficial for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, catch the vibe, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks.